Greetings from Calvary Lutheran Church. Have you ever had to drop a young child off to preschool for the first time? You know how they acted. They cried and cried. They didn't want to stay there. They didn't want you to leave. They clung to you, wouldn't let go. Don't leave, don't leave. You try to reassure them that everything's going to be okay, that you're coming back for them. But they just keep crying and clinging. But finally, you pull yourself away and you go. It's for their best. Now, Jesus does something like that in the opening words of John chapter 14. He says, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I'm going to prepare a place for you, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and take you to be with me, so that you may also be where I am." Now, Jesus at that point knew he was about to die on the cross to pay for the sins of the world, that he would rise from the dead, and then that he would return to his Father in heaven. He knew already that Judas Iscariot had left to go and get the soldiers to arrest Jesus. He knew the fear and the grieving that his disciples would be going through that next day after they saw all the events of Good Friday, and his heart went out to them. So like a parent, he sought to comfort his disciples. He spoke to them in simple words, like a parent to a child, and said, "Don't let your hearts be troubled. Don't be afraid. Believe in me. Trust in me. I'm going away, but I'm going to return. I'm going to come back. I'm just going away to prepare a place for you, but I'll come back and take you to be with me." Now, in the days and weeks that followed, as the disciples processed everything with Jesus' death, his resurrection, his ascension to heaven, these words brought comfort to them. Jesus' promise to return, to come back for them. They were wonderful, comforting words, and it was a promise that he made, and they knew Jesus always kept his promises. And those are words of comfort for us too, as we deal with living in this world of ours. Jesus has made that same promise to us, that though he has left, ascending to heaven to be with his Father, he will come back and take us to be with him. He will return. And as he ascended to heaven, he left with a wonderful promise too. He said, "Surely I'm with you always to the very end of the age." He's always with us right now, though not physically present. He is still with us to watch over and take care. But one day he'll come back. He'll return and take us to be with him in that place prepared where there's that new heaven and new earth, where everything is so glorious and wonderful. No sickness, no sorrow, no pain, no death. Only joy and happiness forever. So while we wait for the Lord to return, we put our trust in him. We know that he's there to take care of us right now, and we know that he has a place prepared for us in the glory of heaven. And that makes us look beyond the troubles that we face and keep our focus on that glorious home in heaven. A reminder that this coming Thursday at 7 o'clock in the evening, we do have our Ascension Day song service. We bow our heads in prayer. Lord, help us to trust in your promises while we wait for you to come back. Comfort us in our sorrows and troubles. Help us look beyond them to the glory of heaven, the place you have prepared for us. Amen.